Okay, this is a continuation of if I buy all the stuff, will you reload it? And what I want to show you now is the process of prepping the brass so that you can insert new primers. And what I have here is a hand primer pocket reamer, and this also kind of helps to clean the burnt powder and stuff out of the uh, primer pocket on the brass, and it makes it easier. Kind of helps insert new primers in the brass. Sometimes they don't always fit in there like they're supposed to if you use different primers, but I just put that in there and give it a quick little spin. Now all of this brass I've already done, but I'm just showing you the process here. And this is kind of the slow process of doing it, but I do have some that I can chuck into my cordless drill. And I got one for small primer pockets, one for large primer pockets, and it just helps ream that primer pocket a little bit so you don't have problems with crushing primers, trying to get them seated in there or whatever. But then using this outdated primer technology here, priming tool, this is where you start punching the primers into the brass. And if you have 50 rounds or 100 rounds or 500 rounds, you sit down and you start punching primers, and you go 1, 2, 3, 4, and eventually you get to 50 or 100 or whatever it is you're trying to do. It's time consuming. Are there faster ways? Yeah, probably. Does it matter? No, not really. You still got to push that. You still got to push that ram handle down. For every brass. So it's not. There's no fast method to it. And again, when guys say, if I buy the stuff, will you prime it for me? Reload it for me? Sure, absolutely. But it's very time consuming, and this is just another step. Now, once the brass has been reprimed and the primer pockets are, cleaned, and you got your primers have been seated properly, at this point, you can, put your primer tool away, get that out the way, put your pocket reamer away, and you can remove your sizing die. Now I do have some fancier setups, but this is my get it quick done thing here for short runs. And at this point, we are now ready to get our bullets lined up on the table, and put our brass over here. And then we can get our powder cup funnel. I use a funnel system because I use the lead dippers for a lot of this stuff that I do for myself. And that's a 1.6 dipper, and it puts exactly the right amount of powder in the round. But what I'll do is I'll pour the powder in the bowl here, and then I'll scoop it out, make sure it's a level scoop. Don't pack it. I'll stick the brass up in the funnel, and then I'll pour the powder in there. And then once that's done, you're ready to move over here to your bullet seating die. Your powder's in there, and then you take your bullet and you set your bullet on the mouth of the brass, and then you push the ram down, and that will force the bullet to seat into the brass at the proper depth. And then once that is done, that round is ready to fire. That's the easy part of all this. The point that I've been trying to drive home is it's the preparation that is so time consuming. It doesn't matter if you have your bullets and your brass and all of your powder and all of your dyes. That's the easy part. Getting all that stuff together, that's easy. It's everything that is required to actually start loading, loading the round. It's very time consuming. It's not fun, but what makes it all worth it at the end of the day for me is all of the guys around Southern Maryland that get their ammo from me for hunting seasons, and some of the specialty rounds that cost ridiculous amounts of money at the gun shops and the stores, and that's why I do it. It's a hobby. It's not a business. It's just it's fun to do, and I take a lot of pride in my work. But like these 2 rounds here, for example, these 2 rounds are ready to go. And these are 350 Legend, 147 grain. These are hollow points, and I use these for like varmints. I'll use those for coyotes, foxes, groundhogs. I'll use those for raccoons, possums, whatever the varmint, whatever the issue is, I'll take care of it real quick. But anyhow, that's just to carry on, continue with the point I was making about brass prep. And once again, as always, if you guys around Southern Maryland need anything around the country, let me know. And appreciate you watching. Thanks.